Hi, welcome to Q Live. I am Bill Selleck. I'm Director of Technology at Hillbrook School up in the Bay Area in Los Gatos. And with me is Craig Thibaudeau. Craig is with ISTE, and you have a long title.
Yeah, it is sort of long. Chief External Relations Officer out of our Washington office. And this is my third Q. And
Awesome.
It's great to be here.
Well, great. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
It's, 60 degrees difference perhaps from Washington to here?
Something like that. Actually, I had to catch a flight out early just to make sure I made it here on time. And I wouldn't miss this one, so it's great.
Great. Well, welcome. So as you know, Q is an affiliate of ISTE. Tell us a little bit about the ISTE standards. Let's start with those, because I feel like a lot of teachers and administrators look at those and go, wow, they're kind of boring, or I have to use them for grad school, but they're actually like really incredible, right? There's some great ideas and some great challenges. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. We launched the refresh of the student standards last summer in Denver, and the participation we had from the education community was overwhelming, and the standards end up being so aspirational. They aren't like the Common Core standards, and we've had such an embracing of them. And now we're looking at launching the teacher standards, which will take place in San Antonio at our conference June 25 through 28. And we're really excited about the input we've received on the teacher standards. I think we've had over 5,000 people participate in the refresh of those two standards.
Oh, wow. So it's not just in isolation then?
No.
That's incredible.
And we take a lot of pride in that. And the input of the educators, they're the experts. They're the ones who have really given us the insight that will serve them best in the classroom. So we'll finish up the teacher standards and launch those, as I said, in San Antonio. Then next summer in Chicago, we'll be launching the administrator standards, followed in the next couple years with coaching standards and also our computer science teacher standards. So we're excited about it. It's so important to individualized learning as it relates to ed tech.
So the ISTE conference is coming up. You said San Antonio this year?
Yeah, we're excited about San Antonio. It's a great city. We take over Riverwalk. When you've got 15 to 20,000 people coming in for a conference, you tend to take over the place, and we're excited about that. We have about over 550 exhibitors. It's sort of like the Walt Disney.
Can I interrupt for a second, Craig?
Sure.
My third grade teacher is right there,
Oh my
Mrs. Gilkinson. She is actually a big reason why I'm here. Linda, that's my third grade teacher right there.
Let's hear it.
I remember we were doing Venn diagrams with robots. Remember the 80s robots?
Venn
diagrams, typing on like an Apple IIc. Anyway, I totally interrupted Craig as he's talking about.
Hey, when your third grade teacher comes
Right?
by, you gotta stop.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta stop.
Tell me that's not the best.
Yeah.
Linda's going to capture
There she
it.
is.
And
Thank you.
we'll photo-bomb her.
Wow.
So
I would
fantastic.
love to see my third grade teacher. I don't think she's around though. Sorry.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
So we take over the Riverwalk. We
Yeah,
were
so-
here a few years ago too, right?
We were there
About
about
4 years ago?
4 years ago. Then it was Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Denver. The good news for the folks from California is we'll be in Anaheim in 2020. We're excited about that. I've had a lot of inquiries, but no, we had over 3,000 proposals for submissions.
Oh, wow.
For sessions, and we'll have close to 1,000 sessions. And that exhibit hall, which is it's like the Walt Disney World of ed tech. I mean, it's just an amazing, amazing time. And I think the biggest thing about it is the community. It's like here at Q. It's the community coming together. It's what we're all so passionate about. And ultimately, about the kids. So.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So something I had not realized until recently, the ISTE conference is not the only conference, right? There's also an advocacy summit coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have some huge challenges in Washington. We have a new administration, and maybe looking at things a little different than we have in the past, not all of which we agree with. That said, I think it's very important that our policymakers in Washington hear from the educators. We want to hear those stories. And so May 11th and 12th in Washington, ourselves along with COSIN and CETA will be hosting a summit, taking our voices to the Hill. It's a critical time for us. We saw the budget yesterday come in from the skinny budget come in from President Trump. We're looking at perhaps a $9 billion cut in education funding. Then there are a whole other challenges that we're facing in Washington with E-rate and Lifeline. Those are two huge wins for our community in the past several years. E-rate, raising the cap to, $1.5 billion cap raise. That was huge. We got Lifeline and the work with Jessica Rosenwirchel, who was honored by Q here at the President's reception the other night for her work in closing the homework gap. So we've got a lot of work to do in Washington, and we're going to need the voices of educators to make sure that our decision makers are making the right decisions for them and for our kids. The socioeconomic well-being of this nation depends on our education. I often say, and sometimes get in trouble, that education is really our nation's first line of defense. So.
And that's actually a lot of work that you do, right, in the Virginia office?
Yeah, that's my primary work. Working with all the national organizations, with superintendents, principals, our colleagues in the ed tech community. COSIN and CETA are great partners of ours, and the coalition building. ISTE is part of the lead for several coalitions in Washington, including Title IV, which is the big part of ESSA, and which would include the ed tech funding, which was also a big win in that legislation, but now we've got to get it funded. So. And we also work very closely with our affiliates. Q is a huge partner with us in our advocacy programs. John Cradler has been around forever, does incredible work for Q, but we don't have the resources to be in every state, so it's really critical that we engage with our affiliates across the country, whether it's Texas or McCall, which is the affiliate having their conference right now in Michigan, TCA's Texas, which was, I think, back in February. So the whole affiliate network is a really key component of our ultimate success, both in Washington and at the local and the state and local level.
Well, great. So how can people learn more, about the standards? I'm guessing ISTE.org/standards.
As always, go to our website.
Right, and then about the advocacy, that's something I think that a lot of educators are beginning to take much more of an interest in. So what's the next step for them?
I think the next step, again, is to go to our website. Check out those student standards. They're available for you. The draft of the teacher standards will be coming, so that'll be another opportunity. What's most important is when these standards roll out is bring them into the school building. We had a poster last year of the student standards, and we go across the country, and teachers are putting them up in the teacher lounges. They're in their classrooms, and they, as I said, they're aspirational and such an important part of the ed tech planning. Even as we look at ESSA, what ESSA will do as far as the changes at the state level. We just completed work with CDE and Converge, the Center for Digital Education, and a great program, COSIN, CETA again, and ourselves. It's an ESSA guide. I encourage people to go and check that out, and how ESSA is going to be impacting you here at the state level. So, very exciting.
Well, great. Craig, thanks for spending some time with us.
Hey, this is a pleasure. I love Washington, but when I can come to a place 56 degrees warmer, it's a good deal. I know my wife's happy about it. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.